thanking the honourable member for Weavervale for bringing this debate forward. And I'm delighted to participate in this, and I should declare that I myself, some 30 years ago, 30 years plus, worked in betting shops. And I know all too well the threats, abuse and intimidation that workers in betting shops and in all shops face on an all too regular basis. And I think that gives me a particular insight and appreciation of the kind of days that some of my constituents who work in shops very often face right across Scotland and, of course, right across the UK. The honourable gentleman who spoke earlier is correct. And we in Scotland are looking at creating a specific offence about assaulting, abusing, obstructing or hindering retail workers as they simply turn up day and daily to do their job. But I've been contacted by a number of constituents who work in shops who wish to express to me their concerns that they have about safety in their workplaces. But it's interesting to note that, by way of an example, that more than 12,000 staff who work, for example, in co-op stores have been subjected to verbal abuse, and 1,300 have been subjected to physical abuse or threats, and 800 have been attacked with a weapon, including knives, syringes and hammers. And that's simply a snapshot of one group of workers in one particular retail chain. But it's in that context we can better understand and appreciate the concerns raised by the Association of Convenience Stores about the 200,000 incidences of violence towards shop workers just since the call for evidence to the Home Office closed in June 2019. And we've heard, of course, apart from the threats of violence shop workers face all too routinely, there is a psychological and emotional impact which cannot be easily ignored or dismissed. And I look forward to the UK Government publishing the findings of its call for evidence on violence and abuse towards shop staff. And I am frustrated, as I know many people are, that this has faced repeated delays. And I understand it's to be published shortly so that it can inform what more can be done to protect those who work in our shops. All workers in all sectors must be protected from harm as far as this can possibly be achieved. And shop workers are no different. And in many ways, shop workers are actually perhaps the most vulnerable workers to the kind of intimidation that we've heard about. It's a fundamental right that those who turn up to their jobs need and deserve to be as safe as it's possible for them to be. And I hope that the Government will work with shop staff, the retail industry and trade unions to ensure that this outcome is achieved.